For me, the word CUSP suggests a threshold. With the architectural images that come to my mind, it's the space between two different rooms, and CUSP suggests this passage almost. As an architect, I have widened the scope of my work to include a lot of social issues that I have become aware of, and I keep accordingly reinterpreting my role in the discipline, because I think through design I can help address some of these. There's a lot of overlap between research that I do, experimentation that I do, the teaching that I do, and the things I'm learning myself. I am always driven by this concern of too much of social segregation, The extremes are unacceptable. How can the same species be consuming such different amounts, not only in each city but across the world? And all developed countries have a completely different standard of living than the developing countries. And I think because I live in both worlds and I know both realities, I think it's possible to have a much higher quality of life with a lot less. And if both were to work together, we could find some solution. For CUSP, I'm producing a project called Light Matters. I'm going to try to build the smallest, cheapest, but permanent prototype for a basic shelter, with the view that we would have a fairly good quality of space with a very low impact on the environment. I have actually selected this kind of a basic form, which is a flat material, a plane. We've introduced creases in it so that the whole material can actually not only fold to become a shell, but it could be even further collapsed to become a very compact hexagonal thing which you can just carry and transport and so on. In the next couple of years, I'm planning to focus much more on affordability and try to apply all the findings of the work I have done in the past and that I'm doing now. I would like to try to extract all of this into really practical solutions for the growing numbers of homeless people. I think there's a huge urbanization taking place, which is very different from the kind of urbanization that took place when Europe and America were developing. All of these buildings that have to be generated have to be done at a much faster pace. So I don't think the old ways of operating are going to suffice. We have to invent new ways of producing much faster solutions, because in the absence of quick solutions, people are developing ad hoc in a manner that is creating much more problems. I would hope that design would be able to improve the living conditions of people, and I would hope that design could have a much bigger influence in steering this sort of wild development that's happening in the world. A lot of things that we've developed, a lot of radical ideas, are not yet applied in the mainstream. They are still in a kind of lab environment. And I would like to see these things out there, with people using them and proving that it's possible to reinterpret what we need for living, and to be able to live with a lot less, and to have a quality of life which is higher than the one we had before. I believe it's possible. I do enjoy working on the problems that I'm trying to solve, because each of the things you solve leads to other questions, so it never ends. So I, in the meantime, have started learning how to enjoy the journey more than the destination. What drives me and the reason why I don't give up is because I think things could be a lot better if we believe that we can change something.